All right. Welcome back to the NTV. My name is Levims, and as usual, I always want to say hi to my fans out there. And those of you who are watching my YouTube channel for the first time, please share and make sure you give to those people who might want to watch this video. And today I'm talking to those who have a chance, who have been selected under DV Lottery 2025, those who will be doing the interviews in 2026, and those who might even go for the interview right now. So, congratulations. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, but getting selected doesn't mean automatically that you get a visa. And that is now where we come in and advise you on what are the next steps you need to undertake so that you maximize the chances of you guys getting selected. And getting to be given the visa that you so dearly want so much. So you need to follow some steps and carefully and correctly. You need to make sure that you do the right thing so that you get a chance to maximize the chances of you guys getting the visa and fly to the USA. So I want you guys to pay attention. So when you get a chance to be selected, of course, when you check your results, that came out 2 weeks ago, and some of you when you checked, you are not selected. However, there will be another video that you will produce on those who are not selected. So today we're looking at those guys who were selected. So when you opened, you checked your letters are on the intent status. You discover that you were selected, and just a minute. Okay. When you check the status, boom, there was that says you've been randomly selected. So I know how happy people feel when you get a chance. We all felt happy because it is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I'm talking to you in Atlanta, Georgia, in the city of Forest Park, Clayton County. It's something that when I look back how my life was, and when I look where my life is going, there are so much differences, and I'm very happy that I got a chance to be given this chance to come to America. It might not be as perfect as I imagined, but there are so many opportunities and so many things to thank God for this opportunity that I got to be here. And I'm here talking to those guys who were selected. So I want you guys to pay attention. So that one, the one you received, the one you checked when you were selected, that was what we call first notification letter. That one just tells you that you won the director. So what are the next steps you want to take? And these are the next step now I'm talking about. Some of you have already filled the DS260, but for those who haven't yet filled the DS260, this is now the form that you put your information about you. This form, it is where you put your information about your education credentials and many other aspects that surrounds your life. That's where you put so that you maximize the chances of coming to the USA. So let's look at the DS260. The very first step to fill on your DS260 online. This form is online, guys. So when you checked your email, in that letter, that the one they sent you, there's a link that they put there. The one that once you click on that link, it will lead you to check for the form called DS260. Once it opens, you start filling that form. That form, it's so amazing that you are able to save and leave it. When you come, you continue from where you left. Okay, let me just add some more things. This is your immigration visa application form. You will need your case number, passport details, and personal information like your education and work history. So I've just summed up on what you need, the information that you are going to input into that form. And important tips, always be honest, guys. This is very much important because whatever they'll ask you in that form is based on being honest. You know, don't want to lie, just tell the truth. After all, the truth sets you free. Will set you free, and you, even when you go for the interviews, you'll be responding based on what you know, as in the truth. Yeah. So always be honest. The information must match with the document. What I'm talking about the document is you can come in. So So among the document that you need to get, and you should fill information about this document. You were talking about documents that you need. Uh, you need to prepare a supporting document that you need, a document like passport, guys. Yeah, in some years people have been applying without the passport, but when it comes to this form, you need to put your passport number. It is very much important that you need that passport number. You also need the birth certificate, but these mostly are used when you go to the interviews at the embassy, at the consulate center. And police clearance from every country that you've lived in for more than 6 months. If you lived in 6 countries for the past 6 months, if you lived in that country for 6 months, you need this document, the police clearance from that country. So it's one of the most important things that you need, because these guys will do a background check on you, and they will need to get clarity to say you never committed any crime in that particular country. So you need to get the police clearance from that particular country where you lived for 6 months. Marriage certificate or divorce certificate. These are 2 important documents for those guys who've divorced, for those people who've married. Mostly marriages in Africa, some are customary marriage where there is no document that tells the constitution to say you are married. Some are just verbal marriages, but when it comes to DV Rotary, they always want you to formalize your marriage, where you have to go to the local council and get that document. Or even if you divorce and then in the process you married someone, they will need that evidence. So you were married to such a person and you divorced, and you married this person, and that person you married, there must be a document that says you married after divorce. So you need those documentation, because you need to present at the embassy when they are conducting interviews on you. And then education certificate or proof of your work experience. This is one of the most important documents that you need. Minimum, you need to have completed your grade 12 certificate. So it's a must, guys. And even if you did not complete, for as long as maybe you dropped in grade 9, but you went to pursue a vocational courses like electric, mechanics, all those are considered. You can use that one to apply for DV Rotary and you get a chance to win. And when you go for the interviews, you might need to present these documents, because they will stand in for you. Say, despite you having not completed the grade 12, you went ahead and you logged into a tertiary education and you obtained the diploma, and that one will stand in for you. You get a chance to get the DV Rotary, the visa. So you've heard that, it's well clearly explained. Please, you need this document. Then when you are done with the DS260, please, I recommend that you print a physical DS260, because you may need to study prior to going for the interviews. You need this, you need to print. You need this document, because you need to go through. After all, sometimes you may get your interviews after 1 year. So you might forget on what you put in the DS260. So you need a printout, so that you can, prior to your interview, you need to go through on what you put in the DS260. Just to save you, so that you don't have much pressure to think on what you put in the DS260. We love you, want you to get here, guys. So you need, once they respond to you, in their response, what we call the second notification letter. This is what you receive after successfully submitting your DS260. They'll reply to inform you, say, in that letter that they send to you, it will have the interview location, the interview date, and the place where you do your medicals. So this is what comes after you've submitted your DS260. Okay, so from the embassy approved clinic, this is required before you interview. So you need to go for the medicals before the interviews. And what process follows after going for the medicals? You will be tested for communicable diseases and vaccination records. So if you have under 5, most of the under 5, they contain on the disease that you are tested and the vaccination you received when you are under 5. But in most African places, sometimes these things, because there is so much shifting and maybe the record are not kept very well, you end up losing this documentation. But when you go for the medicals, they will test they will test on the communicable disease as well as the vaccination, and then they will give you the information that you need to submit at the embassy prior to your interviews, or if not, they will send that to the interviews. These interviews, this documentation that they give you at the clinic where you do the medical examination, you are not allowed to open. You take it as it is, as they give it to you, so that it's only the consular who's allowed to open these documents. And once they do the interview on you, they'll give you a copy, the one you come and present at the point of entry here in the USA, being depending on location as you use as your entry point. Yes, so you need these documents, guys, and it helps you to have a smooth journey from your local country to the United States. I'm here talking to you because I did the right thing, and I followed the YouTube video that I used to watch for big guys like IBM scholars, big guys like the British Simon. I've watched their videos, and here I am creating content to make sure that my people are also getting this information. Yes. So when you've done the medicals, you now on the set date for interviews, you travel, you prepare in the morning, you go to the local embassy or the consulate. So what do you need to prepare prior to your interviews? Once your case number is current and you are scheduled for an interview, the most interesting part, I know there was a heartbeat, but stay calm. You're just going. Actually, the interviews that you go and get conducted that side, it's just to formalize, to see you. Okay, this is the person who won't give you time. They're just there to see you. They don't even ask you that questions. The interview, they'll ask you the question. They'll ask you the question you put in your DS260. So it's a formality, just to formalize, to say you are welcome to the USA. They will not ask you hard questions, the question that you never put in there. So prepare for seriously at the embassy. They will review your documentation and ask questions about your background, family, education, and work. This is the information that you put in the GS260. This is what they'll go ask about. It's nothing strange question from other planet. They'll ask you these questions, the one you put in the GS260. Your family, that is your children, your family ties and everything. Then when they're done on you, they'll just tell you, please, another tip that I need to emphasize here, you need to stay calm, be honest, and be clear in your response. Bring original document and a few copies, so that once they ask the document, you are there to submit. You are at the service of the consulate, guys. Remember, you're playing the final match. For me, I call this a final match, because this is the verdict will come immediately after the interviews are done. You will know whether you can proceed, or you'll be put on AP, or you won't come to the USA. So this is where now you need to score. You need to make sure that you don't. You need to maximize your chances. You need to be honest and stay calm and make sure you give out clear answers. And one tip, guys, do not over explain. Please do not ever explain. There are questions that they ask you, you just need to say yes or no. Respond like that. Do not explain what and what, because you are wasting the consular's time. All they want is you to answer yes or no. You need to score high marks on that one. Once you are done, they will tell you you can come and collect your visa. Voila, you're done, my friend. You are done, and the interview is done. You've killed and you've won. You're coming to the USA. So, the last one in my closing remarks, guys. If all goes well, your visa will be approved. You will receive a sealed package to carry to the USA and a visa in your passport. Yes, they will embed the visa in your passport, guys. Then you start making your travel plans, and when you arrive in the USA, you'll be processed a permanent resident. Sometimes you even receive, because you include the number of your host, so it's gonna come in the mailbox, and then you receive, and then you start looking for a job. You will receive your green card in the mail in a few weeks time, and then you start looking for a job. So I thought I needed to talk about this, because I know most people are struggling. What is the next step? So this is the next step, and please make sure you follow whatever I have explained to you in order to maximize the chances of you getting the visa. In the next video, I'll guide you through how to fill the DS260 form step by step. You seriously about, you need to know how to go about this, please. And it's so much interesting when you're explaining to people on what you went through. Because I went through all this. In my closing remarks, please do not forget to subscribe and share this video because it carries more information that will help people who want development. I thank you so much, guys. There will be a lot of series of videos that I'll be uploading each week. I gotta upload one video. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.